Okay, guys, well, without further ado, we're actually going to call forth our first pitch, our first business, which is Unital.
I'll just check it works for you. There you go.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Who's doing the time?
Peggy.
Unital, university talent at your fingertips. No business will hire you to help them grow, you're just a student. Now this is what I got told when I was trying to find experiences to break into the creative industries whilst I was a student. Despite that, I overcame the negativity and the challenges to build a profitable food blog, and I went around Yorkshire interviewing everyone from small business owners all the way through to Michelin-starred chefs, helping them to promote their business and marketing them to an organic audience through social media. I wished I had a platform to help me find those experiences to break into the creative field, and that's where Unital was born, with the vision of supporting partnerships of students within the East Midlands at Nottingham universities and building relationships with businesses to help facilitate skill development and growth. Our platform allows you to advertise jobs quickly and easily to a large pool of students within Nottingham with a wide range of creative skills, moving from graphic design all the way through to photography and videography. But why do we do this? Well, businesses are currently facing a couple of challenges: a lack of money and a lack of time to invest in the talent needed to help them to grow their business. Over the last few years, the economy has impacted businesses across the UK. And we can see here in 2023, there was a net closure of 26,000 businesses, which showed that businesses are really struggling and tight on money. And this is where Unital comes in. With many graduates also wanting to go into a self-employed field, and it's being 10% higher than across other businesses, Unital pairs a need for businesses to find talent within creative niches and a want for students to move into these creative niches post-university. We're affordable, diverse, offer a wide range of creative skills at an affordable and sustainable price point, and help students develop their portfolios. Some of our competitors include Unitasker, Unitemps and Fiverr. However, we offer something unique because we work with students within Nottinghamshire, pairing them with East Midlands businesses within creative fields. Our business model is also unique as we're doing cost per advertisement, unlike other business models within this space that use a subscription model, which can be expensive. Businesses will pay to advertise to our pool of students, and then they will be able to browse with rated creators to find who fits their project goals and needs. We will create an Instagram and use organically paid advertising to market our business to students, and we're going to be able to get some endorsements from the university and speak at networking events to help encourage students to come onto our platform. This will then be followed by an external launch of the platform to get businesses involved and allow them to advertise. Thank you for listening. If you've got any questions, I'll be happy to take them now.
I think I've got a question. Yeah. How do you intend to let students build their portfolio? And have you already got an endorsement with Uni, or you are about to, or you're in the process?
So the first one, we intend to help students by allowing them to gain the experiences needed to build their skills portfolio. Currently, this isn't something that they're able to do easily, and from my own experience being in a similar position, I think that allowing them to create these business relationships is going to be really helpful for them post-university, moving into a freelance role. And the university endorsement, we haven't got anything at the moment, but it's something that we'd like to explore further moving forward.
Is there any mechanism for the students to rate the projects they've given and vice versa, businesses?
Yeah, so I want the creators themselves to be rated, so the students, for the projects that they work on, and the businesses will also have a rating. So that means that students will be able to look through a diverse portfolio of opportunities and also be able to see who they would like to work with and who has been reliable in the past and a good business to work with.
You mentioned your competitors, and one of which is UTEMS, which is obviously within this university. I also want to ask whether you've had any thoughts on approaching the Careers and Employability Service in terms of the Faculty of Arts team that work very closely with the department. Obviously, it's not a University of Nottingham specific initiative, this. So that was my first question. And then the second question is, how many students are there on the programmes that you're targeting? Is it quite a niche? It's obviously quite a niche area.
Mm-hmm.
So how big is your audience?
Quick answer. First one, yes, I'm going to be following up and speaking to people within the arts. I work at the university as well, so I've already got great connections there, so I'll be exploring that. And the second one, the 75,000 students across Nottingham at both the University of Notts and Nottingham Trent. I'll be looking into the courses further to find out how many people are on those, but our skill set covers a wide range of courses, so we believe that we'll have a wide enough target audience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just the pointers left and right.
Yes, I'll just check it's working for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Over to James.
Great. So, hello everybody. My name is James, and my business is called Workcraft Publishing. We are an online education platform dedicated to providing courses related to teaching English as a foreign language. So, what are our current courses? Well, they relate to this. Is anyone here familiar with the IELTS exam? No good memories for some people, good. Well, native speakers of English are usually unfamiliar with this exam, but it is very important to international students as it is needed for visa and study purposes. It is also one of the most popular official English exams in the world. There are over 3 million test takers a year, so big target market, big opportunity. So, despite these numbers, students are not usually ready to take the exam straight away. Preparation is very important. There are many IELTS resources online, but these can be expensive, inconvenient, or just lack quality. So, there's also live lessons, but they come with their own disadvantages, such as time zone differences, schedule issues, commuting, etc. So, as an online platform, our main competitors are firstly IELTS Coach, which is run by the official IELTS provider. It's actually relatively new. The original platform was completely changed just last year as it provided minimal personalised feedback. It's got better, but it uses quite an expensive credit system. Going on to, there's also live lessons and other businesses that give online resources, but they usually just relate to general test tips or sample questions and don't provide much personalised guidance. And this is where Workcraft Publishing comes in. So before I explain how the courses work, I would like to share our main aim, which is to create more accessible language education worldwide. And we do this through using an asynchronous method of teaching. So instead of live lessons, students work through the course material, post their work at their own pace at a time convenient to them, and then feedback is given soon after. So for this, minimal Wi-Fi connections are adequate. Students benefit from a cheaper yet quality alternative, as our courses are over half the price of the official offering. There's no commute, of course, and the asynchronous method has certain advantages over live lessons. Now, I actually did a trial run of one of these courses for my master's dissertation, and some of my findings are here if you're interested. But the content is as follows. The lesson structure is an online simulation of the present, practice, produce method used in a real-life classroom. So 10-minute videos with visual aids and added subtitles. These are followed by downloadable exercises which practice the content in videos. Then students submit their own IELTS speaking or writing work, which will then get personalised feedback on at a later time. Okay, my revenue models. There's a direct subscription where students can sign up for 1 month for, as I mentioned, half the price, the official alternative. The videos are actually on YouTube for free because if enough students watch my videos on YouTube, this will eventually generate ad revenue, and it works as a bit of a hook, introduces the students to me, I guess. And then finally, collaboration. I'm open to collaborating with third parties such as relocation companies, private schools, etc. Otherwise, that's pretty much all. Well, I mentioned 2 of those already. I'm going to maybe highlight some clips and create YouTube shorts. And I've also got a Google Ad campaign that I will be continuing with. Otherwise, I think that's all from me. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you for your consideration.
So I go first this time. So is the YouTube up and running?
Yes.
And what kind of traction have you got on that?
So I have only really just started, it can be very difficult to just, launch on YouTube and immediately go viral. There has been some following, a few hundred on, under 100 on each video so far. I've just started the Google ad because they own YouTube, so that will hopefully give me a little bit of a push. But I only started that last week, so it's a bit soon to tell.
Oh, well, that's good. Early days.
Yeah, early days.
Good stuff, thank you.
I think I'm trying to understand, I struggle to understand what you are really trying to achieve.
Okay.
It's a business.
Yeah, so basically I'm trying to offer a cheaper but still quality alternative for students around the world. My target market is really around the world. I mentioned needing a minimal Wi-Fi connection to use the IELTS course because it is asynchronous. They post or they record themselves speaking at the end of each lesson. At any time, so they could be in another country, another time zone. It doesn't really matter because soon afterwards I will come back and then offer the feedback. So it is IELTS preparation, getting students using proper language points that will get the best band scores on the exam and just making it a bit more flexible globally.
Okay, but are you aware that not virtually all the country that require an IELTS to come to the UK or any other country?
Well, this
in the UK now, we have major provider of international students, which are China, India, followed by Nigeria, and now from the research, all Nigerian students are not required to have IELTS because they have Western regions examination and they have to do. And most students usually run away from IELTS, and because they have alternative.
There are alternatives. I'll just quickly answer that question. There are alternatives, many alternatives around the world, like the TOEFL exam, the Cambridge exams. But it's not only just for university entry, it's for any visa requirements, Tier 4 visas. It's even used in non-native English countries for work, not just study. So, as I say, 3 million people taking it a year, I think, offers an ample market for another course provider in the system. Okay.
It's you. It's me. Over to Nate. Just check this is working.
Just give up. Could you pass this out? Thank you. This.
Yes.
Okay. Hello everyone. I started the PhD Place online academic community because I recognised how isolated I'd gotten as a first generation academic myself. So this project has gone on to amass over 110,000 supporters on our blog and our free virtual writing groups. So on average, 40 people reach out to us every day seeking support, asking questions like, how do I present my research at a conference? How do I email a journal editor? Or how do I get a book contract? Big questions. So as a small company with a big following, I don't have all the resources at the moment to answer these questions individually, but I have started to notice patterns in the questions that are being asked. So introducing best academic courses, best envisions a future in which those working in higher education have, particularly early career scholars, have access to high caliber training that empowers them to excel in academia without straining their budget. So while formal curricula focuses on research topics and skills, many researchers felt that they had to navigate academia alone. Essential aspects such as professional conduct, networking, and navigating institutional dynamics are quite often overlooked. And I did some market research on the hidden curriculum of academia and asked academics whether they felt the university prepared them for an academic career, to publish, to teach, to make the most of conferences. And 86% felt there were vital aspects that were missed from their program. So I wasn't alone. Now, the primary target market is early career researchers and PhD students, but I'm going to be brave and suggest that professors and supervisors will also benefit from our training opportunities. So we aim to empower diverse learners across geographical and socioeconomic boundaries, including those lower income countries as well, to excel in academia. Our main competitors are large corporate websites such as Coursera and Udemy, which are quite often very overwhelming. They have 7,000 courses on anything from computer programming to learning hypnosis in an hour. You'll be pleased to know I'm not going to hypnotize you today, but I have taken several courses on academic publishing. And what I found was that they're generally very low quality, they're out of date, and they're field specific. So they're not widely applicable to different students. And independent courses were comparatively really pricey, with some of them up to $997 per course. So many career course creators lacked an understanding of the everyday inner workings of academia to make their courses a success. So I've teamed up with a tenured professor to develop a comprehensive solution to the hidden curriculum. Each in-depth course contains easily digestible video tutorials and supplementary resources to enhance learning. So the business model is scaled, centered around scalability and low risk. So to begin with, we'll offer courses on a price per course basis for individuals with a variety of 8 and 2 module courses. Universities will be able to offer their online courses through a subscription-based model that will be priced according to the number of learners at their institution. The marketing strategy mobilizes our existing communities and online platforms. So we utilize our established social media presence and networks, such as the PhD Place Twitter account, with over 103,000 followers, to market directly to our audience. And this search engine optimization starts with a good domain name. We've got academic-courses.com, which is amazingly available, which is simple, strategic, and searchable. So thank you for listening and for helping us develop the best way to level the academic playing field.
It is indeed a minefield that you're entering here, and great to know that you've got so many followers on your blog. I'm just wondering, in terms of your the proposal in terms of people paying for this, often early career researchers are perhaps on temporary contracts and things like that, so maybe a bit nervous about spending money on extra things, and also having big workloads, etc. So how might you address that?
So far, when I started the PhD Place, I gained a really small number of sponsorship deals that we used to cover the costs of access to online writing groups, to reading our blogs, no ads on our blog, because I wanted them to be really accessible to the end consumer. And obviously, PhD students on a shoestring budget, early career research is no different. So I wanted to adopt a similar model that was affordable and accessible to the needs of the consumer by focusing on the scalability and customer satisfaction. So I costed the courses at $40 for individual learners, and between $500 and $2,000 for institutional access, depending on the size of the learning community. And we'll also give people information on how they can leverage the systems within their university that go towards paying for courses like this, like research support training grants that lots of universities offer.
Thank you.
Got time for more?
Yes.
Yeah, what would you spend the money on if you won today?
That's such a good question. So there's quite a lot of costs involved just for setting up the course, such as website development, hosting costs, online payment plugins. There's also video editing, which is surprisingly expensive. And all of that together comes to about £500. But we would want to spend the additional £500 on hiring an intern at the University of Nottingham so that we can have postgraduate students come and work with us and have student input into the project as well.
Perfect timing. Yeah, well done.
This is Eva, everybody.
And I'm the founder of Tipsy Mandarin and content creator and also a Mandarin teacher. And before I started to teach Mandarin and pursue the master degree in the University of Nottingham, I have worked in hospitality and social media marketing in few places in the world. That's why I'm a big believer of stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new. So the key message in Tipsy Mandarin want to deliver is like, when was the last time you feel a sense of achievement from trying something new? It doesn't have to be big like skydiving. It can just be like making a cup of coffee in the morning if you've never made a coffee before, or like join the pitch doing, or try a Mandarin lesson. So the mission of Tipsy Mandarin is to provide innovative but professional Mandarin courses and activities for the adult learner. And we don't teach, we show. We show them how to use the language, and we show them how we use it in daily life. Relax, speak it, and you can do it. There are some problems I found in the potential customer and the market is that there aren't many like updated material, learning material in Mandarin. And then the learner, they don't have a suitable opportunity to practice their Mandarin. They always say they are very busy, they don't have time to practice, but I think they are just excuses. So the target customer avatar, I found they all have the same pain point is they claim it's very busy to work, no time to review, no time to review. And there are some competitors, and this bit is the online tutoring platform. So the quality of the lesson is like a lucky draw. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's really good. And here is some institute that are very professional but not very innovative. And Duolingo is great. I love Duolingo, but it's more like a language complement. So they can use what they learn in Duolingo and practice with the real person. And the solution is to offering an engaging Mandarin lesson led or supervised by a professional for effective learning to motivate the learners while having fun. The first one is the fun and engaging Mandarin course. It can be live or recorded. And the solution two is the language activities. Team up with other industry. For example, like work with the Taiwanese food tasting with a little bit of the Mandarin learning. And revenue model, at the moment, I have a one-to-one Mandarin lesson, and then the recorded teacher training course. I don't sell it anymore because it needs a good updating, but it's more than I thought. So I will keep doing this in the future. And the revenue one, the other one is recorded course package. Always come together with one-to-one because I think it's really important to practice after they watch the recorded one. And small group lesson for the lower budget customer. And membership is for them to access the modern, updated learning material. And there are three options, like this one only the material, and the second one can go with the group section. And the third one, groups, material, group section, and one-to-one opportunity. And marketing and sales strategy, the online one I'm doing is the Instagram to create the content to teach them the daily Mandarin they can use straight away. And the things I want to do is podcast, and then YouTube can use the same content as podcast remarketing, and blog and newsletter, same content as podcast as well. And offline thing is the one I really want to do is the print advert and integrity language activity. And I work with the online frozen food shop, have a food tasting in the Asian supermarket. Thank you.
How would you scale this business? Because you passion and drive for it. How would you
You mean how big? Oh, it's like a sole trader at the moment.
Yeah, but how would you make it bigger?
Oh, how do I make it bigger? I want to set it up myself and make it like systemized, and then I want to hire more like internship and train and doing the things I want to do.
Do you basically have like targets of the subscriber per week or per month that you are engaging?
How many people?
Yeah, you're actually engaging.
Oh, for the Instagram?
For the business, how many people are subscribing? Or you've not really started?
Oh, I know what you mean. Around 10 people. Most of them, they are like a one-to-one with me.
Okay.
And the teacher training course is got 93.
93?
Now enrolled again.
So what was that? Have you got traction on social media? I saw you had a lot of posts there, sort of learning language and things like that. Are you getting more followers on social media?
Yeah. It's called Tipsy Mandarin, and it's on Instagram, and I post like teach them how to use like daily Mandarin, but not like teach. I might do like a vlog things, and then at the moment I attract one customer from it. So I'm quite happy.
Conversion rate 100%. Yeah. Very good. How are we doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Over to Rupert.
Thank you. Children aged 10, 9, 8, some as young as 7 are making their transition online. Widely, this is thought as exposing them to a whole range of vulnerabilities, and as reported across mainstream media, is widely being unacted upon by big tech. Hi, my name is Rupert, and I am the proud founder of Circlone. For the past 2 years, we've been developing a world-first, verified-only social media platform for children. Our platform allows young people to make their transition online in a safe and accountable way. We use AI-powered technology to use facial recognition techniques to make sure that users are who they say they are, with the removal of aliases. Our one-account policy ensures that we're able to enforce moderation to a wide range of audience. Our server-based platform lets you do anything in a central, safe, and legitimate space. Pages, such as messaging or content pages, allow you to share and collaborate with classmates, teachers, friends, and family. Through competitor research, we've identified 4 main problems with our competitors. The first problem we identified was a failure of user accountability. Users just simply aren't accountable online. We're trying to create experiences that are like that in the real world, face-to-face experiences with a sense of accountability because everyone knows who they're talking to. The second issue is digital inclusivity. Mainstream social media's terms of service blocks young users below the age of 13 from using their platforms due to the digital right to consent.
The third issue that we found was a lack of parental oversight. As a parent, you want to be able to identify who your child's engaging with and able to configure who they can connect with. And then the final issue is maturability. We're targeting a young audience, but we want to be able to ensure that as a user ages, so does the platform. That's why our platform uses AI technology to offer a bespoke UI that ages as you age. We have a massive audience size, 9.1 million children in the UK alone, and a much larger number globally. Over 4 million people aged 5 to 10, which is our target audience at the moment, and over 2.8 million people have experienced online bullying in the UK alone. It is a massive number. We've identified a number of major competitors, a lot of names you probably recognise. So our closest competitors are these two down here, Just Talk and Fennec. They're both Chinese companies that operate worldwide, but there's a little to no UK-based companies targeting our age range. EU regulation and other global policies ensure that users under the age of 13 aren't able to give digital consent. That's why our platform uses a one-to-one connection between parental accounts and child accounts. That allows us to ensure that we have parental permission to handle minor data. Our core products include Pages and voice chat, allowing teachers and students to communicate with one another. We also have to-do lists and homework assignment options, allowing teachers to become involved as well. A range of safeguarding tools allows parents to configure who their children can talk to. AI-powered filtering features also allows us to offer bespoke experiences to children based on their age, as well as the configurations enabled by their parents. We also have templates that age as the child gets older, ensuring that their experience is age-specific. Our business model is a freemium service, so it's free and accessible to everyone, but additional purchase can be made to allow you to experience features that aren't otherwise available, be that from a space perspective, i.e. as a company or an individual. Thank you.
What stage are you at now then?
Definitely. So we're in a closed beta at the moment. We've secured 1,200 pre-registered users simply through word of mouth. We've done zero marketing to date, and we've about 80% into development. I'm a software engineer myself, but we also have a great team of developers worldwide that have helped us to get to the point that we're at the moment. We plan to release in about 2 months' time, having secured our pre-seed investment for the next 2 months.
You mentioned about the connection between parental consent and users being able to get on the platform. Sorry. How do you make sure that the parents are the parents?
Definitely. So there's a couple of different mechanisms. So we use ID verification. So we allow users to upload a facial scan, and we take facial patterns from that scan and compare it to their government-issued ID. We then have a whole range of different techniques that ensures that ID is authentic, it's correct, and we have a global coverage of different identifications. So be that ID in the USA or the UK. So we pull information from that ID, such as your surname, your location of birth, your nationalities, things like that, and we use AI to then make sure that you are the child of that person. The other mechanism that we have is if a child doesn't have access to a government-issued identification, then their teacher at school can onboard them on their behalf, and we have a database of verified teachers that we verify using their school email, a DBS check, as well as their own government-issued identification.
How about the content? What kind of content do you have?
Definitely. So our content is quite extensive. We are a server-based platform, so anyone can create a space and they can invite and connect with their friends in that space. Within a space, they have pages, which are essentially channels for communication. We offer e-commerce pages, which allows them to sell and buy goods. We have messaging pages, which is just one-to-one or group messaging. And then thirdly, we have content pages, which essentially allows you to build your own website in a page using drag and drop blocks, essentially.
now. If anybody just wants to stretch their legs just for a couple of minutes, and then straight back for more pitching.
Wow.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chidiogo, and I'm the founder of AHIAM. So today I'll be telling you about AHIAM, its vision, and how we plan to implement that vision. So the vision for AHIAM is to create a digitized traditional Afro-Caribbean marketplace for the Afro-Caribbean migrants in the UK, which has a market size of about 2.4 million people. However, we're not looking to capture all these people just yet. We'll be looking to start our operations from within Nottingham, which has a total population of about 81,000 people. So with this increased number of Afro-Caribbeans in the UK, has come an increased need and demand for Afro-Caribbean products, particularly food. And coming with that high demand, there are some problems that are involved. And some of them are the high cost involved in getting the products, inconvenience, and low quality of the products when they get to the customers. In order to solve that problem, AHIAM has developed a number of strategies to solve the problem. So from partnering with primary producers and buying in bulk so that we can leverage on economies of scales to lower the prices of the unit cost of the items. We also plan to optimize our supply chain so that items are in good condition when they get to the customers. And to ensure convenience for our customers, we'll be offering doorstep deliveries. There are a number of other companies and businesses looking to solve the same problems for Afro-Caribbeans in the UK, and some of them are added and then the brick and mortar stores. However, they haven't quite figured out the sweet spots between convenience and affordability, and that's where AHIAM is looking to sit. In terms of our revenue model, we have two strategies for getting revenue. So the first is from sales, direct sales, from either one-off sales from the website or subscription, that's recurring sales from meal prep kits and then the meals. And also we'll have commission-based income from partnering with other producers of this product, this Afro-Caribbean products. When they want to display these products on our platform, we'll collect a commission and also commissions from ads. So in order to attract our customers, we plan to appeal to our customers by leveraging on cost leadership to be able to offer them the best possible prices for goods. And also we'll leverage on our marketing team who will take advantage of both offline channels and digital channels to acquire customers, retain them, and also to grow our sales. So, and like all true traditional African marketplaces, AHIAM not only provides goods and services, but also provides a community for our people and also empowers these people within our community, give them opportunity for them to earn extra income. There's an adage in Igbo land that says that if a single finger were to be dipped in oil, it affects the others. So for every single pound of investment that's going to be invested in AHIAM, you can be sure that it will affect the communities. Thank you.
So what do you think are your best-selling products? What's the real demand for that people are struggling to get hold of?
The cooked meals.
Cooked meals?
Yes.
Right.
Because initially, when we did the first test of the market, the plan was groceries, like something like HelloFresh, package the groceries inside boxes and deliver. It sounded all nice and dandy. And then we delivered like a few of them. And then people call us like to say, Chidi, that's not our problem. You don't want to spend 2 hours in the kitchen preparing that food. That's the whole essence of you trying to solve this problem for us. Because African meals, unlike like British meals where you whip up a sandwich in 2 minutes, at most 15 minutes if you're going strong. But then with African food, at least 2 hours you're spending in the kitchen. So most people want to spend all that time working or doing something else that earns them income and would be happy to pay someone else to take that load of them.
So I've got a question for you, please. Are you trying to stand as an intermediary between the consumer and those people producing or doing the cooking?
So for now, we have some of our products, AHIAM's products that are produced in-house, but there are some other people who are able to produce the food themselves, but they don't have that platform to reach the wider audience. And that's where we come in by supporting our communities. Because there are some migrant women who haven't been able to get jobs, but they have the skills to make good quality African food. So we give them that opportunity to produce the food, to take their food products to a wider market, and then we pay them to have that food produced for us.
Have you got a physical store?
No, we don't have a physical store, and that's why it's a digitized marketplace.
You said your main product is cooked meal.
Yes.
When you do not have a physical store,
What we do is that we use dark kitchens. So we rent out kitchens where we go and produce the items. So the kitchens already come equipped. We produce the items there, and when the items are produced, and then we just ship it out from a particular collection point.
Hey, warriors.
Warriors within, not just.
Warriors. No, that's you.
Sounded
That's
like
you.
you
That's you.
invited
You're
them.
the warriors.
Yes, so the two of them will be as well. Yes, the speaker's just going to stay here. We're going to rotate.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Warriors within. It's not optional. It's a necessity. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world that has a lot of good things, but has a lot of sad things. 77% of suicides happen to be men. 95% of prisoners are men. And 85% of the homeless are men. Now, we have a lot of relatives who are men, but you see, men tend to be lonely people. They're not heard. They can't really speak of what they really feel. They feel they're not important. They're not needed. That's why it is our objective at Warriors Within to make sure that 100% of the men fulfill their absolute potential using our educational facilities and our social community. But who's the target audience? You see, Warriors Within, it's not just a thing exactly for men, it's an educational facility, so anyone can go there, even if it's a man or a woman. But our golden zone where we specialize, us three, where we can exactly teach with efficiency, would be for young men of the UK of ages 18 to 26, which leads on to then teenagers and then older men.
Thank you. So, when it comes to competitors, unfortunately, there are lots in different fields. Fortunately, there are none in our field. Lots of different companies provide certain products. They might provide a community, coaching, online courses. None of them provide all of them, and none of them provide them at a lower price than us. We also tend to be more relatable. We work within universities as university students, and thus we are able to connect, learn, and grow together. And through various means of online and in-person access, we aim to be more accessible than others. And we do that through our three pillars: mental mastery, charisma and communication, and physical fortitude. Mental mastery focuses on internally controlling your mind, being able to stay calm, build good habits, and be confident in yourself. Charisma and communication takes it one step further, enabling you to project that confidence to the wider world and communicate effectively. And lastly, physical fortitude, because a healthy body is a healthy mind, so we teach a holistic viewpoint. And it comes through 4 products. Firstly, we have our ebooks. These are simple, cheap, accessible, provide basic skills on basic things that anyone can access. Next, we have our master courses. These are in-person courses designed to teach you specific skills on all 3 pillars. To date, we launched only about a month ago, and we've sold more than 100 ebooks and are doing the first rendition of our master course. In the long term, we hope to introduce Forge. Boot camps, the largest revenue stream, one-off, small, intense groups where we come together and learn. And lastly, the sustainable source are our online courses, where we produce the courses, they're accessible to everyone, always. That is how we hope to build our revenue and provide a holistic overview that men are looking for.
Now you may ask yourself, okay, how are we actually gonna do all this? Well, we talked about a price, we talked about a product, the people, the places. But if you look at how we're gonna promote this, we're not only gonna have an online presence, we're also gonna have a physical presence, a way to connect with all the people through student societies. Not only public speaking society or self-improvement society, who just that is a very concentrated way of having a client that's just about 200 students. but we also have a presence in, our courses, our physical courses as well. We're going to get money not just from B2C customers, but also from B2B, from educational institutes. And through this, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is not only a great financial opportunity, a business opportunity, but also a necessary one with a great impact. Thank you.
Awkward question. How will you make sure that this is into culture and that undertake? Or is that absolutely not stressed in any way?
Well, the presence of toxic masculinity is one of the reasons what motivated us to make it clear that this is the healthy masculinity that we're promoting, creating a healthy mindset, creating a healthy view of the body, creating a healthy view of what is the relationship between us in the society, men and women. And in the future, hopefully, we can do something similar for women specifically, and then in the end, we can realize that we need each other to work as a society.
The goal is the community, and that's what we do. We bring people together in a positive way. We're not sitting there going, you must do this, but we bring people together, we discuss, and we learn as one.
I cannot agree with you less regarding the challenges and problems the men out there are facing. However, you said you've been able to sell over 190 books in the last 4 months.
Yes.
So how about the other option of generating revenue? Have you been able to engage your customer?
So we have our other product of actually being the master courses. Now, based on our connections in the university, we are actually figures in like different societies and word to word, communicating with different people. We managed to sell a lot of members into the courses that we do, where we teach the pillars that he mentioned, like mental mastery, vision, communication, These are large events where we have the members interact together to improve their different skills. So we've sold that product.
I want to give an example. 2 years ago, we were part of the Public Speaking Society, and only about 4 members came on a weekly basis. 2 years later, today, we have more than 50 members who come on a weekly basis, and together we worked on this, and I think this proves that we have the ability to bring more people in and create a sense of community together.
We have 2 businesses presenting on teams at this time.
Tell us when you want people to start.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Izzy.
Hi. I'm so sorry for not being there, but it's lovely to try and see you all through the screen. So that's good. I've only got half a view of who's sitting in the room, but it's lovely. Oh, no, I've got everyone now. That's great. Hi. Oh, lovely. I'm just going to share my screen and make sure you can see it first. And also apologies for my sister Samantha not being here, but she's here in spirit and she'll get a recording of this after. So, first of all, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me just go forwards and back as well to make sure that that works. Can you see forwards and then backwards?
Yep.
Okay, lovely. Let me know when you guys are ready and I can start.
Yep, ready when you are.
Great. 1.7 million tonnes of textile waste ends up in landfill each year from the UK alone, and we need to do something about it. Hi everyone, my name's Izzy, and alongside my sister Samantha, we co-founded Doppel, the clothes swapping platform for the sustainable generation. So what is Doppel? We bring accessible and affordable clothes swapping to everyone through our app, which is available on the App Store and the Google Play Store, as well as running clothes swapping events for local communities and universities alike. Doppel also aims to educate and bring a more cohesive understanding of the environmental impacts that occur, not just through the fast fashion industry, but also through others. We do this through our workshops, webinars and talks. And finally, we build a strong sense of community. We encourage socialising and networking at our in-person events and through our app to allow for people to connect with like-minded people. We have a strong vision, and our mission statement is to be continuously improve our practices to become a sustainable, modern and passionate business, aiming to grow and develop in order to facilitate a positive and sustainable change within not only the fashion industry, but through others too. Our main values that we have instilled inside Doppel is sustainability to help people leave the world a better place environmentally and ethically, community to create a sustainable and respectful platform for all to have their say, innovation to always be thinking creatively and having new ideas all the time, inclusivity and educational. So what actually is the problem that Doppel are trying to solve? First of all, fast fashion. This is the accelerated production of clothing which enables clothes to go from runway to high street stores at an alarmingly fast rate, which causes a massive increase in textile waste. And secondly, lack of money. Our main audiences are those who still want to look good on a budget. So what is the solution that Doppel is providing? So we're encouraging clothes swapping for our events and our online app. We're reducing waste by making sure people know where their clothes are going and where they've come from. We're educating, but we're also creating a strong community. So who are our target markets that I talk about? We have three main threads of audience. Sorry, that's the wrong screen. We have three main threads of audiences who we target and promote to. Through our extensive market research over the past 4 years, we've changed our target market quite a few times due to the fact of Doppel and its growth. So our three main threads now are the sustainable generation. We're not age specific, we're moral specific, money savvy people and community focused. So who are our competitors? We have 4 main competitors, but 2 of them are within the swapping industry and 2 of them are within the resale community. The resale category alone is projected to increase by almost 500% over the next decade, according to a 2021 study by Global Data, and swapping sits right in the middle of it, where Doppel is. We do regular SWOT analysis to look at where our strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats are, and what our competitors have. So, for example, New Wardrobe's strength is that they swap in bands of quality of clothing, which is ideal for the consumers, but it's a difficult app with a lot of negative reviews. Andy sees the clothes of people that you can match with and has a strong sense of social media, but they do not have a specific revenue stream. What are Doppel's main revenue streams? Our 2 main revenue streams are subscriptions within the app with a free version always available, and also we charge to run events at schools, colleges and local communities. We also want to do more collaborations with student societies and advertise on the app, but we know these are a smaller stream. For our marketing, we do mainly a hybrid version. So we've got online and offline versions. For our online versions, we have emails, campaigns, social media, and also building a community with blogs and also relevant to pop culture. And our offline ones are events, radios, and word of mouth. So is the market ready? Yes. Is the community ready? Yes. And is Doppel ready? Absolutely. Thank you for listening. Thanks. Hopefully I can hear your questions, so I might need you to speak up a bit if not.
Any questions? I have a question. Julie, shall I look at the camera?
Go look this way, yeah. Turn around. Yeah, sorry.
Please speak.
Hi, Izzy. So I'm a user of Vinted. I've sold stuff, I've bought stuff on Vinted. And I'm just wondering why would people subscribe to you when we can make a little bit of cash actually selling our own clothes?
So what we found is that most of them kind of target market are either people from 2 brackets. They either want to make money by selling clothes or they just want to get new clothes. Whereas we're providing something for people who want to refresh their wardrobe, whether it is them going through a weight style change or something like that, or just want to make sure that they still have the same amount of clothes, they just want to constantly change it. So that's where kind of our target market sits mostly, but also the events we run are probably a lot more likening to charity shopping with your friends. So there's a sense of community there, whereas through Vinted and stuff, they don't offer the in-person events as of yet. Hopefully they won't.
Okay, thank you.
So I think I've got a question. Clothes swapping. For instance, let's say one of my jackets, I'm no longer interested in continuing using it. Do you mean that I have to bring my jacket to you guys and pick up another jacket or other clothes of interest?
Could you, sorry, say that again? You're just a little bit too far away from the microphone.
Clothes swapping. So for instance, if I decided that this is my cardigan, I'm no longer interested in using it. If I bring it to you guys, do I have to pick up another clothes from your store, or are you giving me money in return?
Yes, I understand the question. Thank you. So within our app, there is a virtual currency system. So that works where if you give an item into the app, there'll be one virtual coin. And it's the same with our event. So if you give your item in, it will be one virtual coin. Currently, everything is like for like. Everything is just one virtual coin. But in the future, when we have a larger range of items within it, from higher quality clothes to more fast fashion stuff, that's when we can look at doing kind of one doppel coin, for example, a Primark t-shirt, but then maybe 10 doppel coins for a Burberry coat or something like that. So hopefully that answers your question. Great, thank you so much.
Thanks, Izzy. Okay, do we have Freddie on the call?
We do. Hello.
Hello,
Sorry.
Freddie.
I'm just trying to get my screen up on yours. Can everyone see this on the screen?
I can see you at the moment, but there's sometimes a delay.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, yeah, it says it's loading. Yeah, just to echo what Isabel said, really sorry I can't be there in person today, but I hope this is a good enough substitute. Doesn't seem to be coming through, so I'll try to share my screen the normal way.
Yeah, that's
Is
better.
this better?
Yeah, we can see that now.
Thank you. I'd like to start by posing a question to the room, and that is, how many of you have stuck to your New Year's resolutions? See, research suggests that around 21% of you would have given up already, and this figure is expected to rise to 55% by the end of March. This means that only 45% of people who create a New Year's resolution stick to it longer than 3 months. But what if I told you this figure rises to 65% if you were to announce this resolution publicly, and to an even further 95% if you were to pick an accountability partner, someone to hold you accountable, go on this journey with you and keep you motivated? Well, despite these compelling statistics, none of the habit tracking apps on the market today implement this psychological idea of social support. That's why I decided to create Habitude. Habitude is a social media styled habit tracking app that allows you to track your habits, take a photo of you doing so, and share it to your friends, where you can receive support in the form of likes and comments. After vigorous testing, Habitude is just days away from launching on the App Store, with Google Play following closely behind. We're initially planning to target the UK market, specifically 18 to 35-year-olds, with a view to launch in the US shortly after proving the market. In the future, I think the possibilities are endless. I'd love to support multiple languages, as well as implement a ream of other psychological features into the app. Finally, I want to partner with life support agencies and support groups, offering our app as a platform to help one another. One of our main sources predict that the habit tracking app market is worth $8.7 billion and growing at a rapid rate. Similarly, Google Play's most popular habit tracking app has over 10 million downloads. These statistics show that the modern consumer is both passionate about self-improvement and the idea of tracking this process digitally. One of our largest competitors in this space is an app called HabitShare. HabitShare is an app that claims to be the only habit tracker that is social to its core. Despite these claims, the app has limited social features in that users can only view one another's data, whereas with Habitude, we put a focus on supporting one another and documenting this journey through photos to keep it fun and engaging, giving us a clear advantage over HabitShare. Another competitor would be Fabulous Habit Tracker, one of the App Store's most popular habit trackers with over 10 million monthly users. Despite its success, the app makes no implementation of social support, giving us a clear advantage over Fabulous and putting us in a position to attract users from Fabulous onto our platform through our unique offerings. My marketing strategy for the app focuses on 3 key areas. The first one of these being word of mouth. As a social media platform, I think we have the potential to see fantastic organic growth from users telling their friends about the app so that they can enjoy it together. Our next area of interest is our social media channels. I've already begun creating informative image and video content on my habit building process to share on sites like Instagram and TikTok. Finally, I'd love to create a short 30-second video advertisement showing people using Habitude to track their mornings with the app and enjoying the app. Our revenue model primarily focuses on advertising. We're positioned in the highly profitable lifestyle niche and optimised to launch in the UK and the US, where advertising revenues are highest. Based on figures obtained from our rounds of testing, we're anticipating revenues of around $16,000 per 100,000 users. Of this, $900 will be used to cover database and storage costs, leaving a little over $15,000 for further reinvestment. In the future, I'd love to offer premium features on a subscription basis. This is something a wide variety of habit tracking apps implement and has proven to be a successful business model. Thank you for listening, and I'd love to take any questions.
Any questions?
I'll go. So you've beta tested it. What feedback did you get from users? How have you had to change it in light of how people use it?
Yes, so obviously some of the feedback, as expected with any coding project, was on small bugs. Others were more important usability issues we found when operating on different devices. Sort of between Android and iOS were certain discrepancies we had to fix. Another thing was feature requests, which I've gone on to implement. For example, people said they wanted reminder times to remind them to check in for their habits. And so this was something we've implemented after our first round of testing, and it was really well received in our second round of testing.
Wendy?
What sort of habits are you hoping would be your primary markets and which would be your competitors for them?
We're definitely looking at the more casual user. I suppose I don't know if anyone saw my pitch and thought about the app Strava. It's a fitness tracking app sort of geared towards the high caliber athletes. It comes with sort of tools to enable that, whereas we've got tools to sort of cater to this, your average everyday consumer looking to make small changes in their life for that 1% improvements.
Thank you.
Any more questions? No?
Good.
Okay, well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
So we're gonna all stretch our legs for about 2 minutes. Well done, everyone. Meet me back here in 2 minutes, and I'll lead our amazing judges out of the room to deliberate.
Oh, where are we going?
We're taking you away.
Judges' cloisters. Yeah. Oh, not again. Okay, everyone. So, absolute pleasure to hear all your pitches. I think absolute public speaking is tough. So, just congratulations to all of you. Regardless of the outcome today, this is going to be a formative experience. So, Terry says you're all winners, but you're all winners because you pitched. And how good did it feel when you finished? And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And it's a hugely valuable life skill that you choose to do. So from me, I'm just going to say well done to all of you. I've got to dash today, but I'll be around and about, so I'm happy to chat to you all about my thoughts and suggestions and connections for taking your businesses forward, because they're all brilliant. However, I've given the other judges the pleasure of announcing the winners. So Tafiq is going to announce third place. Sorry, you're filming from over there.
No, don't worry.
I was looking at that and sort of, yeah.
So you've all done a fantastic job, and after more deliberation and our conclusion is that we are giving to the third place to the warrior within.
When are you going to announce second place?
Very well done to everybody. It's been very, very well presented today. But second place goes to Unitel.
I get to announce first.
Yes.
Prize. Okay. So, well done everybody. Again, I know we've said it several times, but really, really well done. The first prize goes to PhD Place.
Thank you very much.
Well done, everybody. And last but not least, these wild and obnoxious people online had their say over the last 24 hours. And the People's Choice Award goes to Nate.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. That's confirmation. Great job. Well done. Oh, thank you, guys. Okay, well, this has been a fantastic event today. Guys, I hope you all learned a lot. Thank you so much, judges. We couldn't do anything without you guys. And let's keep building these businesses.